Hi. The question post type in Google Classroom can be used to elicit feedback from your kids or informal data collection or even quick reflections over videos or the lesson that you just completed. So let's take a look at how we set these up. First, you're going to go down to the Add button in the lower right-hand corner and choose Create Question. Now you'll see that these options are pretty much the same as any other post in Google Classroom. You can choose to add a due date or not because questions can be graded just like assignments. Now what's unique here is the ability to choose whether or not the question will be short answer or multiple choice. And we're going to do one of each. So let's start with a short answer question. That's pretty simple. Reflect on one question you have over today's lesson. So in this situation, we are going to be pushing a question out to the kids, and they're going to not open a Google Doc or anything like that. They're going to respond directly onto the post in Classroom. You'll see that in just a second. Now I can add instructions if I want to. For this, it's pretty self-explanatory, so I don't need to. And then we have a few other options here. With a question, especially a short answer style, you can set it up so that students can respond to each other and carry on a message board or forum type collaboration. You can also turn that off, and then those responses that the students provide are going to be private and just come to the teacher. You can also allow students to edit or not edit their answer once it's been submitted. So I'm going to go ahead and ask this question, and then I'm going to flip over to the student side of things and refresh the page so that you can see the question pop up here. So as you can see, I do not have to open up a Google Doc or anything. I simply type my response right in to this little question box here and hit submit. And now if other classmates had also put in different answers or responses, I could click here, see everybody else's, and respond to whoever I'd like. Now back on the teacher side, you'll see that I have one student who's finished and one who is not. I can click into here and I can see their responses on the right side. I can see any replies that there may have been to that response. And then just like any assignment, I can choose a point total here, and then I can grade their question if I want to. Okay, so that's a short answer response. Now let's do a multiple choice question. Now I'm going to first switch this over to multiple choice, and you'll see that my settings change here. I now only get the option to choose whether or not I want the students to be able to see a summary of the answers that are submitted. So we'll do a very simple question, something like, did you enjoy class today? Now this is a pretty loaded question, but nonetheless, I'm not going to put any instructions in here again, not going to worry about a due date or anything, and we'll just choose yes or no. I'll take this opportunity to remind you too that just like any other post, you can put links to maybe a website article and then they reflect in a question, or you could put a YouTube video in here and have them respond to a question after they've watched the video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask that. It's going to appear here just like before. When I flip over to the student side, again, they can stay right here on the mainstream page. They get their question, they choose yes or no, and they submit. And right away, since I had chosen to allow them to see a class summary, they're going to see here that right now we have one response for yes. And the bar is only halfway full because there was one other student in class who hasn't answered yet. So questions can be a great way to get some informal feedback at the end of class. They're wonderful for exit slips. And that multiple choice style allows students to respond and then quickly see a class summary of those responses. So I hope you can find a way to incorporate these question post types into your own classroom.